Hey, Carpool Crew, whether you're zipping up your backpack, brushing crumbs off your shirt, or just trying to get your socks to match, I'm Pastor Justin, and I'm so glad you're here. The sock thing, I've always had a problem with that. So I want to ask you something. Do you know who you are? I don't mean your name and your grade. I mean, when you're having a tough day, or when someone says something mean, or when you feel invisible at school, do you know what God says about you? Because today's verse is one that you'll want to keep very close. It's from 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. And here's what it says. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his possession. Now, that's a whole lot of big words, but let's break it down together piece by piece. Peter is saying you're chosen, not by accident, but on purpose. You're royal, which means you belong to God's family, like a prince or a princess. And you're holy, which means you're set apart, made for something special, made for more. And you belong to God himself, not like a toy or a backpack, but like a treasure, something that he really values. Peter wrote this letter to Christians who were feeling out of place. Some were being picked on for believing in Jesus, and others just felt like they didn't belong anywhere. Peter wanted them to remember that their real identity didn't come from other people. It came from God. And that's true for us too. If Jesus were riding next to you in the car, I think he'd lean over and say, "You don't have to try to earn love. I already love you. You don't have to pretend to be someone. I made you just right. You're chosen. You're mine. And I have big plans for you." Jesus wants you to know your identity isn't based on your grades or your talents or how many friends you have or how many followers you have. It's based on who he made you to be. So what do we do with that truth? Here are some ways that you can live like you believe who God says you are. First of all, you can write it down. This is so easy. Put "I am chosen" or "I belong to God" on a sticky note in your room or in your lunchbox. Maybe write it in a notebook. You can remind yourself. When you mess up or feel left out, whisper, "God says I'm his." Treat others like they're chosen too, by the way. Speak with kindness. Be an inviter. Celebrate others when they win. When you remember who you are in God's eyes, everything changes. How we talk, how we walk, and how we treat the people around us. You're not too young. You're not forgotten. You're not a mistake. You are chosen. You are treasured, and you are made to shine his light. Remember, no matter where you are or how you're listening, God loves you. Parents, if you loved today's episode, share it with some of the parent friends you have. Let them know about carpooling with Jesus. And before you go, answer this question together. What do you think it means that God chose you? And how can you live like that's true today? I'll see you tomorrow on Carpooling with Jesus.